Fellow citizens, let us pray. O God of our...
Some have called it the beautiful game. The Romans called it the game of chance, while the English pleaded be called the game of legend. To the naked eye, it's a secular-shaped ball kicked in the world's biggest coliseums to the applause of thousands. While yet to the watchful eye, its significance lies not in the legs that kick it, but the stories behind each reflective kick. The game of football, the secular ball, synonyms with alien skills of Abed Pele, Diego Maradona, and Leo Cazette. In most recent times, the game made famous by the alien skills of some of the most gifted maestro legs. Shall it be put to record that none among them all greatly defined the oval-shaped ball and the game of football as the Zambian suns that fell into the night sea off the coast of Gabon on that fateful and eventful 27th day of April. Shall I remind the humble pilgrims of literature that in preparation of our independence, just a year before the ink of freedom was put on paper, soon before the enemy was defeated, we were at war. We were at war with ourselves, a selfish scramble for power that left us in a path of a war that we lost so many trying to prevent. And it was to this advent that the founding fathers of this nation turned to the great game of football and assembled a gallant battalion of men among men. Men drawn from far-reaching ends of this land. Men told to leave their guns yet summoned to stand in sheltering war lines. Avengers on a mission far greater than their grip. To unite a country at the brink of sudden demise, march to the applause hands. Men told to preach the Kenneth Kaunda sermon of one Zambia, one nation, and a mission they saw not to fail. Taken from among us by the horrific plane crash of '93, with fervent benevolence we worship as a nation the waters of Gabon, because in their molecular binoculars lie a battalion of kings, sons of our land, whose legacy is forever edged not in the annals of paper, but a place deep within each living Zambian. You waters of Gaboni, rise up your flamy tides therefore, and remind they that sleep within you, the Zambian sons who lay rested deep the floor of your oceans, that we have forgotten them not. For in them lies the actualization of our country's aspiration. You waters of Gaboni, rise up your flamy tides and remind the gallant sons of Zambia that lay neath the ocean beds of your waters, that there is a tale befitting no movie script. You waters of Gaboni, remind Efford Chabala that his mindfulness in Go inspired the catchy hands of Kennedy Mwene, and that Tostan Sabata is equal to the task. Remind Godfrey Yuka Chitalu that we dare not worry about the recognition of his 107 goals in 111 matches, for his reincarnate Patson Daka is soon to set that record straight, and that in Dhaka a nation can hope again, as on him and Fashion Sakala the painful absence of Yuka Chitalu is made lighter. You waters of Gaboni, remind the sons you took from us that they stay unforgotten. Remind Kelvin Malaza Mutale, Wisdom Chansa, and Patrick Banda that their technical combination gave rise to the maestro legs of Lameki Banda, Luambo Musonda, Kingsley Kangwa, and Emmanuel Banda. Remind Samuel Chomba and Richard Mwanza that their divine ability to read the game birthed the genesis of Enoch Mwepu, whose creativity on the field of play could only be likened to a computer, sadly.
Breaking news. It is with deep regret that we announce Enoch Mwepu will be retiring from professional football, effective immediately following a medical diagnosis that prevents him from continuing to play at elite level.
Case the 10th day of October 2022, when our computer dimmed black. We miss you, Mwepu. You waters of Gaboni, remind Godfrey Kangwa and John Soko as they rest with a divine conviction that their towering presence at the back is now made applaudable by the brick wall of Stofila Sunzu and Kabaso Chongo. You waters of Gaboni, you on whose ocean beds lay our most beloved, remind they that sleep neath you that in their memory and honor we lifted the 2012 edition of the same trophy their hearts sought after, right at the door where they perished. And that from the highly slopes of Chipata to the flat plains of the Barotse, a nation's tear turned to joy as we were really in that moment. One Zambia, one nation. Remind them that in their name we will keep the fight and look to repeat that deed as our minds yearn for even greater accolades. Remind them that we will watch them again on that celestial shore beyond St. Peter's gates. Remind them that you waters of Gaboni, that we will watch them as the team past and present, and we will unite to put on a show, a spectacle for ages, and tell them that we will play again. Yes, we will play again.